games along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 24, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy game right there.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Herbert. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Herbert throwing again. And this is caught by Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now it's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this four-down territory? Might he go for it?
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on fourth and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 21. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Raiders at 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up, and you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and...
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Carr now on first down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Move it down.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And now the young man has it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch him flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch him off guard. That's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Running on first down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Raiders nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me think.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, 7:34. Another Raiders first down.
Throwing now is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Kill. 734. Express.
Again, it's Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
What now?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
694. 637.
They'll look to throw again. That ball complete to Isabella. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Carr to throw again. This one caught by Isabella. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
But back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On first down, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On second down, Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a return. He did everything but take it to the house.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Beatty taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Beatty with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Raiders 14. Dustin Hopkins to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From midfield, here's Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now Carr again. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Now Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
They're going to run it with Abdullah. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert now. They'll find Everett there, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Abdullah on the return. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
They go with Jacobs. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Hey, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they will take a knee here. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you